Hello everybody, this is the Rabid Hedgehog, and now I am on the 2016 CVO Street Glide. Kind of just navigated my way out of here. Now this particular bike is kind of like the cross-country tourer, a little bit different, not the tourer, but just the regular cross-country, just a bagger. So it has a reduced windshield, still has the full batwing fairing, and it has this handy-dandy vent here, so I'm going to keep that open because it is a little bit warm now here in Phoenix. Alright, this is the CVO, so this one's kind of like the road glide I took out earlier with the 110 engine. So it's got a little bit more horsepower than the standard affair. Let's see. Does have a heel toe shifter, which I do like to have on touring bikes. Unlike some of the smaller Harleys like the Heritage Softail, the heel toe is actually big enough for my foot to use. Has nice rubberized floorboards just like the Victories, and actually that helps out quite a bit, not as much vibes coming through. Now this is standard Harley affair, of course. You've got your cruise control on the right side, you've got your start stop everything on there, and of course your horn, light control, and radio control and everything like that on the other side. Okay, let's see here. Trying to get used to this thing. Thing weighs 810 pounds. Great power. I mean, that's the thing about this 110. It is great power. Or really any of the Harleys, it feels like it's so much more power than those 106s. Even the 103s feel better. Now, I mean, it's probably not the case on the spec sheet, but to the rider, you know, it's what goes to the rear wheel and how it gets to the rear wheel, and you know how it feels. And the Harley, to me, feels quite a bit better. Now, my wife rode both the Vision and the cross-country tourer with me, and she's now actually on this one as well. This one doesn't have the trunk or the backrest like the others, but what do you think of it? She says it's more comfortable. Now this does have Harley's reflex braking, so whenever you press on one, it gives a percentage base to both brake sides. Whichever one you pull is the one that's going to get a little bit more percentage. This bike feels really good, actually. I mean, I just don't know what it is. I mean, like I said, Indians and Victories are decades apart, it feels like. It's like the Victory, whenever Indian came out, just got completely ignored, and now Harley and Indian are going to be the ones that are going to be going after each other, not Victory. Victory's just going to be gone. So when it comes down to it, this bike is really well put together. You got your fuel gauge, speedometer, and your tachometer and your voltage. Standard Harley affair inside of the fairing here. Get over here real quick. I think I turned on the next one. Yep. Well, this one's got that little information button back here, so you can scroll through the options here on the LCD. So you got trip A, trip B, remaining fuel, and then air pressure, which is pretty nice. Let you know where your air pressure stands. Brakes are really responsive on this bike. Suspension's really good too, going over these rough roads here. For 810 pounds, you'd never know it, that's for sure. Now this particular one has everything Harley has to offer, the boom audio system with the navigation and all that stuff. Like I said, it is the CVO. It has the heated grips and everything. I believe it has heated grips. I just don't know how to operate them, and I don't care to right now. It's 90 degrees. So it does have all those options. This particular bike right here will top out around $28,000 if you're looking for a bagger. This particular one has the really handy Harley-Davidson Onetouch Saddlebags, where you just kind of reach in, pull one handle, and it opens right up for you. You could do it with a gloved hand, no big deal. I mean, fit and finish of this bike is what I expect of Harley. Everything's tucked away, everything's buttoned down, everything looks good. I mean, it's just a solid bike. I mean, when it comes down to it, like I said, you ride a Harley, you kind of get an idea of what they all feel like. Since I rode that Road Glide earlier, this one kind of feels like that Road Glide. You know, it turns a little bit sharper because it has a little bit different balancing on it. But other than that, it feels like a Harley, you know. And that's one thing about it. Whenever you're riding these kind of bikes, you learn that each bike is going to pretty much, one will be the same as the other. This 110 is a very good engine. I mean, it's just as good as the 103, just as clean. Oh, broken road, but not too bad still. Also on this vehicle, you do have you don't really have any storage areas here. You do have a little spot here that you can open up, put your smartphone in. You have your auxiliary power and everything like that. So you do get some features on here. Cruise control is on here. Don't necessarily need to use it. Information screen on the big screen here. You get 89-degree temperature, 14 psi, and the traction control system is active, is what it shows. I didn't realize this had traction control on it. So at any rate, Street Glide is a great bike. I just love the way it feels. I mean, it feels solid. It's got power. It's got good everything. I mean, everything just really works well on it. Sorry about that. When I said I had good power, I didn't mean to almost throw you. Well, sorry. I'll be nicer this time. Yeah, good power. It will throw your passenger off. Wife says so. Anyway, this is the Rabid Hedgehog, and this is the just quick ride review of the 2016 Street Glide CVO from Harley-Davidson. Like I said, this will set you back $28,000. This particular bike, though, is a really nice bike. Transmission is just as sharp as most Harley-Davidsons. You still get that satisfying clunk if you like that. Some people don't like it. I tend to like it. Clutch is real good. Hydraulic assist. Everything's really good on this bike. Solidly put together. Good all-arounder. So if you have any more questions for me, just let me know. I can put that in the comments below. And that way we can discuss this bike a little bit more. Catch you on the flip side.